Hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, it's a spectacular day out there. That sky is blue. That sea, I promise you, is extremely blue indeed. Mr. Paul, he's dressed head to toe in blue. So guess what? All that's missing is you. Get yourself on that big bird or that canoe. Start paddling like crazy. Come on over to downtown Paphos because that's where we're going. We're heading from Armu village. We're going to drop through Konya village. We're going to drop through Midtown Paphos. We're going to clip the cusp of the former Debenham supermarket. We're even going to go past McDonald's, especially for Miss Andrea and of course the peacock in her life, Mr. Mart. But we're going down to the Paphos Harbour area and we're going to show you a beautiful, beautiful view of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, a big shout out to some of the stars that like to come back now and again and have a little look at the channel known as Marika and me. Big shout out to the girl in charge of the show, and of course her name is Dame Anne, the superstar, the legend in downtown Hartlepool. And guess what? She'll be coming back to Paphos very, very soon indeed, about 64 days-ish. So that's not long, is it? I'm going to get her to put those dancing shoes on and we're going to teach her to do the Chichochka dance down the downtown Paphos promenade and possibly even into the harbour area as well. Some other stars on the show. There's a man all the way out in Denmark and of course he's a Viking. Good morning, Viking Ronnie. A man all the way up in Scotland and of course his name is the Chief Constable. Yes, he's a Chief Constable of all of the policing on Marika and me, and his name is Ronnie Miller. Good morning, Ronnie. Enjoy your cup of tea with your rich tea biscuits. And it does sound quite tempting actually. I might pop into a coffee shop and for a change have a cup of tea, because of course I am British indeed. Now, who else have we got on the show? Well, I know a girl out in Poland who likes to come back now and again, and of course she's got a partner in crime. His name is Mr. Thomas. She's got a son who's a friend of ours, and of course he's Mr. Bart. And that must mean that she must be our superstar, Miss Anna Star. Dislin Dobra, Miss Anna. Dislin Dobra to you, and we wish you a fantastic day, and hopefully you get to win every case that you try, because of course she is the greatest lawyer in downtown Poland, and on top of all of that she's actually a judge as well, so she can try me and then let me off, and then we can go and have a Georgian meal somewhere in a restaurant and talk about all the legalities that go on the little channel known as Marika and me. Big shout out to some of the stars who are in Paphos as we speak. There's a spectacular lady all the way from downtown York. Her name is Miss Rachel, and of course she's got her partner in crime, Mr. Jason, and they do like a holiday or two, that's for sure. Where have they been this year? They've been to the Maldives, they've been to Paphos, and they're off to Egypt very, very soon. Then they're off to Paris, and then they're off to New York. Wow, what do they do for a living, I wonder? Well, they've obviously got a couple of bob or two, because they're hanging out in the Amalfi luxury 5-star hotel in downtown Paphos, and it was a great pleasure and an honour to sit and have a chat with them, and we hope before they go they're going to hunt us down and come and sit with us again, because we really, really enjoyed our chat very, very much indeed. Now, look at that sky, isn't it lovely? Yeah, spectacular day today. If you're wondering what the weather is, we're in the middle of July-ish, almost. We're not far away anyway. And if your name is Miss Dawn, you've got a husband called Mr. Sean. Sorry, Sean. I'm very, very sorry indeed. Mr. Sean. And of course, a little cat called Miss Daisy, and a genius of a dog called Bobo. Well, the weather is 32 degrees, and it's not even lunchtime yet. Wow, doesn't get much better than that. There's a Welshman coming in all the way with his partner in crime. His name is Dave, our Welshman, and of course Miss Rachel coming with him, and he was asking only the other day, has the temperature ramped up? Well, stick your nose out the window in downtown Coral Bay, Mr. Dave, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to twinkle and you are going to know that the temperature has certainly ramped up, especially for you. Don't forget to get yourself down to the downtown Paphos promenade, because Mr. Chris, the greatest sea sales spongeman in the world, is waiting for you and Miss Rachel, and of course the password is Rachel, and if you use that magic word, guess what? You get to purchase that beautiful wind chime, which he's been keeping especially for you. That was the Limassol roundabout, and we've come straight over it. Well, not literally, we've gone round it, haven't we? But, you know, straight over it, as we would say in English. And we're now heading down past the hypermarket known as Alpha Mega. Coming up on our left very, very shortly, as I've said, will be the McDonald's uptown, especially for Miss Andrea and, of course, Mr. Mart. They do like a McDonald's or two, and they do like to keep telling me how cheap it is, because Andrea gets all these vouchers and all these kind of things. And apparently, you can get a Big Mac meal for £1.99 in downtown Norwich, isn't it? Downtown Norwich, or perhaps your branch is close to the Norwich. I don't know, but I think they live in just outside Norwich, so therefore I presume that's where they go to McDonald's. I'm sure Miss Andrea will let me know, so check it out in the comments on this little video. Anyway, £1.99 for a Big Mac meal. Well, if you walked into that McDonald's on our left hand side now and said to them, can I have a Big Mac meal for €1.99 or even €2.50 if you convert it, I suppose, they will quite simply tell you to off. I can promise you that. A Big Mac meal in there is knocking on the door of €6, so what's that, about £5.20, £5.30, isn't it? That's what it is. And if you're watching from America, because you know one or two people are, that's around about $6. So drop it in the comments, how much is a Big Mac regular sized meal in America? How much is a regular sized meal in Australia? Perhaps Miss Helen, if you're watching, or our man Leon, all the way out in Tasmania, he may be watching. So drop it in the comments, or perhaps you don't go to McDonald's, I don't know, but if you do, drop it in the comments. Let's find out the difference, the disparity in the price, and of course the fluctuation of currencies as well. You want to buy a Hyundai or a Volvo, that could have been the place for you on the left hand side. Myself, not really into them, but I understand that Hyundai's, or Hyundai I think is how you say it now, is quite a reliable brand. As for the Volvos, I don't know. Drop in the comments, let us know. Do you have a Volvo? Do you think they're reliable? It's up to you. We'll do a JD Power service. It'll be called the M&M Survey of Car Reliability, and let's see what everyone's got to say. Let's find out what the most popular car amongst our superstars is. Is it a BMW? Is it a Mercedes? Is it a Volkswagen? Is it a Fiat? I hope it's not a Fiat. I hope it's not, because I once bought a Fiat. Well, the truth is, I've actually bought two Fiats in my life. I remember I was, 21, and I bought a Fiat Uno Turbo, if anyone remembers what that was. It was a scalded earwig, as I called it. It was unbelievably fast. It was the fastest hot hatch that you could buy at that time in 1988. It really was quick in a straight line, but it couldn't go around corners, that was for sure. Anyway, I did 6 weeks and decided I didn't like it. Took it back to the Peugeot dealer and bought a Peugeot 205 GTI, which possibly was one of the greatest cars in the world. And I bought it brand new, but unfortunately 3 months later I did a triple somersault in it. Yes, I did. Didn't roll it. Oh no. My crash was that little bit more spectacular, and it was a triple somersault. And I have a nice scar on the back of my head to prove it. And I then bought another one. I bought the Renault 5 GT Turbo after that. There we are. I went even more nuts, shall we say. And as you understand, I've got many problems even today. This is the road that takes us from the former Debenhams. That was the roundabout we just came over. Debenhams is now closed, and the rumour has it that they're going to knock it down and they're going to build a brand new 27-storey building. Strange number that, isn't it? But apparently that includes the 2 floors that are underground, so 25 stories high with 2 underground basement parking, I presume. Should be quite nice when it's finished, and if you're looking for a special property with a view all over the world, well, that could be the property for you. You'll certainly be able to see as far as Tel Aviv, so that could be a property, especially for our superstar, the Viking, all the way out in Denmark. And of course, his name is Ronnie Miller. There we are. No, it's not. Viking Ronnie. I'm getting confused with my Ronnies. Oh my goodness, what's going on? I'm going to have to go and have a coffee, I think. So back to that clever dog, the genius, Bobo. Well, if you're wondering why that dog is so clever, what he actually does is he pickpockets his owner, or is he the owner? I'm not sure. But anyway, he pickpockets a Mr. Sean, gets his plastic friend out, and goes and hunts us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. So Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, or Marika and me, Buy Me a Coffee. pop that into Google, up it comes. And you can choose to treat us to a coffee or two as a salute, as a thank you, or perhaps to motivate us to make a video especially for you. Perhaps there's a birthday coming up, an anniversary, I don't know. You tell us what it is and we'll go make that video especially for you. All we ask is a coffee or two. That's what keeps the channel afloat. That's what pops the benzene, the petrol, the fuel into the tank. And of course that's what buys a pair of sunglasses or two for Miss Ochin Gracivia booth. And we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. We really, really do. You could also choose to become a superstar member. In other words, what does that mean? Well, hook your card up, €10 a month automatically goes away, and you never have to ponder again, and you'll always keep us afloat. You can also hunt us down on the YouTube platform itself. Yes, there is a super thanks button. A lot of people don't know this, so listen very, very carefully. You've got where the thumbs up button is, where the thumbs up and down button is. If you keep going across, there's download, there's shorts, and you can actually scroll across and you will find a heart button. So in the shape of a heart, and in the center of it is a $sign, because it's an American based company obviously. Click that button and again you can register one of your little plastic cars for a one-off donation, anything from $1 to $1 million. So you never know. We do need to buy a nice black Rolls Royce with a blue interior, don't we, Miss Anna, my superstar? That's the car she wants us to buy, and she wants it to be in black, and she wants it to have a dark blue interior, because she knows that Mr. Paul does like that little bit of blue. That's the Olympic Lagoon Resort right in front of us, by the way. 5-star luxury hotel. Of course, that's our favourite hotel for actually being thrown out of. One of these days, you never know, they might throw us out for real. Ampura Resort, that's on the left-hand side there. And coming up now is the Amalfi, which is a 5-star luxury beachside hotel. And as I was saying, well, Miss Rachel and her partner in crime, Mr. Jason, are literally hanging out in there as we speak. And they say it's a great, great hotel, and they are really, really enjoying it. And the food's fantastic, the sun lounges are fantastic, there's sun lounging allocation, and there's all sorts of little cherries on the top. And they loved it so much that they're probably going to come back and stay there again when they come back next year. Coming up now, well, Alexander the Great. If your name is Dayman, I bet you're getting excited, because you understand that you will be in a top floor room there very, very soon indeed, enjoying the sunsets, of course going down to all the restaurants and wining and dining, and of course being treated like a celebrity that you are. And now and again a black S-Class will turn up at that entrance and pick you up and whisk you away, and I'm sure you will love to dance down the Kid of Paphos Promenade with the most beautiful woman in the world, Miss Ochin Gracivia. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you do like what you see, want to hit that like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. As you can see, this road is sort of open, but the big digger in and around Paphos is continuing. Hopefully it doesn't well, disturb your holidays too much. If you're on foot, it's not too bad, but there's a lot of roads and there's a lot of infrastructure got to be done in Paphos, and when you come back next year, I promise you it will be much, much better indeed. Mario's Diamonds is closed, so if you're in one of the beachside hotels, guys, don't worry, you're safe today. There's the Coffee Royal, might go there for lunch later on. See you later, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Look at that, that's the downtown Kid of Paphos Promenade on a truly, truly spectacular day indeed. Thanks for watching.